Good day, everybody. It's February the 3rd, and the year is 2022. I received a request from someone by the name Siddhant RJ asking me to do a review on a Malayalam movie uh, known as Nayattu. As I learned, Nayattu means the hunt. And it's a good feeling to receive a request that shows people want to hear what I have to say. Great. I'm trying to comply with his request, and uh, I have to admit unabashedly that I had to admit I don't understand Malayalam. For me, if the movie is exceptionally well, I had to watch it with subtitles. Regardless, I have the highest respect for the Malayalam industry. I mean, it's that industry stands out in the entire India because they make movies that reflect real life, closer to reality. And I mean, if you consider movie an art form, art has to imitate life, right? And but unfortunately, in Tamil Nadu, uh, they take this art form, or the movie industry, too seriously. And I will refrain from saying anything. And so they interact, they elevate these actors to demigod status, and they throw, they interact. The people are the fans are so dumb and stupid. Even in the movie hall, they interact with the screen, throwing, calling them leaders and whatnot, throwing flowers and garlands and whistling. I don't know. I guess the dumbest audience are living in Tamil Nadu, and large majority of them. That's why the quality of movie is there's no substance at all. It's hero worship. Like heroes are not ordinary human beings. They are superhuman beings. Almost like the things they do is impossible, and but this is what they want to see. It's so far fetched. But the actors who play the characters, why would they give up? It's a good life, money, and they have to pander to this idiotic fan base. I know it's a nasty comment, but that's the truth. Forgive me for saying it, but that's the reality there. So, what happens? It all culminates in the quality of the movie. In Tamil movies, really, really, there's zero substance. Very rarely you'll have a movie like Jai Beam, or there is a new genre of directors. They make good movies, and even Bala, well-known Bala, makes movies that are more stark and closer to reality. That said, we'll get on with this movie, Nayattu. What is this movie? It's about three police officers, and the backdrop. It's as you know, it's Kerala. The backdrop is uh, it's a political climate. The election is coming up, or some kind of by-election or something coming up in 2 days. So the ruling chief minister and his party, they want the votes of a certain minority community, and that minority community happens to be the Dalit community, the so-called low caste in the society. And you know how they are oppressed and ostracized in the society. And then this people who become self-proclaimed politicians form their own party and proclaim to the world they are fighting for these downtrodden people, and form the party, and they run with their own little party, and they are nothing but they're hoodwinking the population, and they're not working for them. under the pretense Under the pretext of working for them, they look after themselves, and they are cahoots with the main parties, and they look after themselves. They get rich. These people, the fate of these people, these communities, downtrodden communities, it remains the same forever. Nothing done. Parties survive in their name, in their votes. So, election, the chief minister wants that community because it's a vote bank. Though it's a small, a community, that community vote can become the determinant in the outcome of the election when it's toughly contested election. So the chief minister is pandering to that community, anything, and the members of that community, the useless fellows, loafers, they are party supporters because jo- jobless fellows, and they walk inside out, uh, of police station as though it's that god given or property or the grandfather's property, you know cocky, arrogant, as though police station is nothing, and they don't in the sense nobody can tell them anything. So these party supporters inside the police station, walking out, looking at what's going on in the police station. The police officers are helpless because they have to take orders from the minister's office, and the political office is nothing but corrupt, and it's all a corrupt system, and everybody has to become a stooge. So this movie seems to showcase how police officers have sometimes they're helpless themselves uh, in order to keep their job, and they have to do what the ministers say. Yes sir, no sir, three bags full sir. And if you're a very honest police officer, it's hard. You have to go along with the rest, right? And the police department is corrupt. The ruling government is totally corrupt. What do you expect? So for good police officers, it's hard. So, anyways, three police officers: a young woman and a senior police officer in charge, like a sort of a middle-aged man in his early 50s, whatever, big hefty guy with a pot belly bigger than his body. His pants, police uniform doesn't even stay in his waist, and you have people like that in the police force, and then the young police officer. Uh, the main character, I mean the senior officer, the character is played by someone by the name Joju George. The young police officer is played by Kunchaka Boban. I had to write down their names. I really don't know these actors. And then the young female police officer is played by someone known as Nimisha Sejayan. Okay, for my mispronunciation, please forgive me. And anyways, as the story turns out, these three guys, they have different backgrounds. One person is a very he has a young daughter, very proud of his daughter, a caring father. The young officer, uh, his is a young unmarried guy. He has a mother who is sick, and so he has to take care of his mother. And the young female officer is being threatened by a group of these political supporters or the goons from these minority community. Don't know what that problem is. Didn't fall. I don't understand, but it's not clear in the movie. But each have their own issues, family issues. Uh, so the young female officer tells mother, "Don't you be scared. I'll deal with these guys in the police station." All right. And in the police station, all of these party supporters there as though it's nothing. All right. And one fellow acts, are like a young fellow with a lungi and like a real goon, a thug, acts in a very annoying way, provoking the police officer in charge, Joju George or Manian, the character, and he gets provoked and he tries to there's a tussle ensued, and later with the young officer involved, they lock this character inside the police office, and there's his supporters are protesting outside, and they are trying to get into the police station, and in the confusion, in the chaos, and the melee or mellow or I think it's pronounced, it's Melle. I think it's pronounced mellow. Whatever I say, it Melly, it's wrong pronunciation. Anyway, the Melly, uh, this officer pulls out the gun, and someone in the group, in the protesters group, pulls out the video camera and takes a video of the officer in the chaotic, the in the total uh, turmoil. Is pulling a gun at them, and so that's video evidence. And in the and then followed by a chief minister's. This guy is really an annoying character, and but he's a very important character. Kudos to him. He appears only three scenes or so in the movie as this thug, and his name is Dinesh, but he fits that character so well. You look at him, you want to grab him, hold him on the wall, and punch his face. There are characters like that in real life in the society. I don't know about India, even here, you'll see characters like that. They are usually young men, nothing better to do. They have probably they are jobless and s- no life, dropouts from every area, and they're looking for some excitement and they want to fight somebody, and they just walk around, with a swag of, like they have nobody, and caring, I don't give a hoot about anybody. That's the attitude and demeanor, and even in the train or the subway, they look at you and in a provoking way, and if you return the look, wow, what's up? What do you want? And come near. They want. They have no life. Useless, totally useless scumbags, but very annoying. And this person looks every bit that character, and he provokes the police officer. So that's what happens. And in the end, gets a call from the call come. The the chief minister's office calls the police. Release him. He's one of our supporters. And in 2 days we have the election. You don't want to. You want their votes. That's what it is. So he's released and he walks out very cockily and challenging in a very challenging demeanor. Uh, Anyways, what happens the same evening? These three police officers, the female young officer and the young constable, and the senior officer, the officer in charge, all three of them attend a wedding, and in the wedding, the two of them take they are served liquor, and the older guy, the senior person, drinks a little bit too much, and he cannot drive, and the young guy cannot drive because he also takes a little liquor. So the older person, the senior officer's nephew, I guess, volunteers to drive the jeep. His, they drive late in the night around the mountainous region, and it's a sharp bend. From the opposite direction, there's a motorbike. A young fellow comes, collides, dies on the spot, and they get off the jeep and look at the guy is dead. They want to take him to the hospital. Too much of a coincidence. Another motorbike passes by. They stop, and their party supporters who were there in the morning, and they look at the three police officers, and the guy who's the victim of the accident is dead. They look at that and they take off. They know what happened, and matter is reported. They take it to the victim in the accident is being taken to the and the to the hospital, and the doctor wants to says what happened accident. We need to report this. You guys are taken liquor, and we need to report this matter to the police. They say we are the police, and he said regardless it gets reported, and the political office gets involved, and these three are going to get locked up, and they escape at a crucial moment. They escape from getting locked up, and now they are fleeing. And in the accident, what happens is the fellow who drives the police jeep flees from the spot too, leaving these three high and dry. And so these three are going. The police wanted to try them for the accident. It's the someone dead, and the police. Why the police want to do that? Because the minister's order. Minister wants the media to know he's been very prim and proper and very straight, and he tried the police officers, and the police officers are found guilty, and he wanted to show it to the community to get their votes, and they're escaping. Wow, the rest is all about the hunt. Great movie, uh, well done, and the acting stands out. And I mean, the I had to bow down to the Kerala movie industry, the way they make movies. Shoestring budget. The acting is, they're not very gifted actors. None of them are Shivaji Ganeshan, right? But you don't need that much of an acting prowess, because if the screenplay is good and the storyline is good, you just have to fit into the character. And you don't have to. It's not like the Tamil movies, It just substance in the Tamil movies, right? Sad to say that, right? Impossible. It's silly, and they're catering to the, uh, how the Tamil actors, they think wearing a sunglass is so cool, smoking a cigarette in the crucial. It's pretty annoying, right? Here's a sunglass. This is what they do. It's stupid, okay? Wearing the sunglass. Heroes in introduction. Four or five goons getting beaten up. You don't know who is beating them up. The hero enters from a hidden corner, side profile, with a cigarette or whatever smoke, and it just gives a, turns to the camera. The idiots whistle, right, and then they take their glasses off. This is hero's introduction. I recently even saw uh, Vikram doing that, and I kind of respect this guy. He's a talented actor. He's getting off the plane. I don't know, and the Westerners don't understand what's with Indians and sunglasses. He's getting off the plane, takes his, puts his, supposed to be cool. Don't you realize how stupid you look, really and truly, right? Don't you? And the audience are whistling, "Hey, our star, superstar, our guys." This is Tamil movies, but I don't see that in Malayalam movies. So this movie, I'm, I got to. I don't know. I don't know whether it's amusing or annoying, but it's annoying to watch this. But that's the kind of audience we have in Tamil Nadu. The idiotic audience, and these guys become superstars, and then eventually venture into politics too. They rule the state. I don't know. I guess the dumbest audience in the world, probably in Tamil Nadu. This is an, I guess I shouldn't say that, but I'm saying it. I'm very, you know, very rarely you get a movie like Surya's Jai Beam, and what's that new? There's a new genre of actors. Jay, what is that? Il, Ilam, the guy who made the police movies about how they are getting. Anyway, name escapes. Uh, Bala is a great director. These are directors. There are young group of directors too. They are making, but it's less than 5%. It's disappointing to look at Tamil in the movie industry, but it's a money revenue big industry. Actors become very rich. They do. They don't. They should have an iota of social conscience without pandering to this stupid audience. Cinema is a very powerful medium. You can create awareness while entertaining. Entertainment is not everything. Entertainment dulls the brains, as you know, and but entertainment sells. But so different in the Malayalam industry. This is uh, this is a movie. Not even, I don't even think they are well-known stars. I mean, they may be. I mean, they are not superstars in Malayalam. Very well made. Every bit the actors look, the character, the guy, Kunchaka Boban. Kudos to you. You look the character, you place very subdued in every way, your demeanor. That's what you call getting into the skin of the character. You become the character, feel the character in the soul. I don't know if it's the director's, how much is director's contribution. Great movie, great movie. I guess you can watch it, and that's my review.